Hello again, friends. Welcome back to twitch.tv/trooperberry, and welcome back to more of the Long Dark and the Furry than Silence Tournament. Or man, yesterday was a banger. We got. I was a little salty about missing out on a bear kill because we apparently zoned out before it bled out. But man, things took a turn real quick. We ended up getting 4 bears and 3 moose in that stream, including the last 2 moose, with a single shot each. And I'm no expert with the rifle, not even close. So 1, curator's rifle, hooray. 2, wow. Okay, so the plan for today, as you can see, we are currently on day 17. Now, come day 20, that's when the cougar can start spawning. I think by day 23 it is guaranteed. We're only allowed to hunt 1 cougar in this run, and I want that to be the cougar in Milton. So here's what we're going to do. I think, yeah, currently we're in Mountaineers.
Looks like a new day is dawning.
It does do that. We're just going to chug tomato soup here to start the day. Yes, what I want to do is I want to make a beeline back to Quonset. We're going to make up a bunch of arrows, because we just put these saplings down here. Yeah, I definitely don't need 2 can openers. I'll leave 1 of those. I'm going to take those. The arrowheads are going to travel with us. There we go. Don't need those. Actually, leave a couple of those behind. There's a good chance we'll come back. Yes, the reason I want to go back to Quonset is that, well, there's a bunch of cured saplings there. But also, I want to cook up. Yeah, I want to cook up a. What do we do? Make a bunch of arrows, and so we can get the archery XP, and so we'll be able to rain death from above on the cougar in Milton. There we go. Okay. Yes, these are at most about 3/4 of the way cured. That's not quick enough for our purposes. Okay, real quick, like. We don't need 2 of those. Okay, matches. I'll leave an emergency stim there just in case. Clothing wise, we're just fine, no extras. We can leave the pork and beans behind. We just got to cooking 3, which means we can start making pies. That's why I want those peaches, because pies mean energy, and energy means more moving. And we do need to be schmoving. Do I leave that hacksaw behind? Because like, what do we need it for? Unless we're going to make more arrowheads? Nothing really. All right. Well, there's a kilogram save right there. The feathers can stay. Feathers are pretty portable and replaceable. Yeah. Yeah, feathers can stay. These quality tools we got off the summit. We got more of those waiting for us back at the Quonset. Lovely. Okay. Crack of dawn. For once, we're not starting the day at noon. So let's get moving. Wait, how we firewood? 10 sticks is fine. Oh yeah, we're not fully rested, but we have coffee, so we can manage that. But yeah, so I want to here's what I want to do. So I want to get those arrows made up real quick. If we can get to Milton before the cougar is up, we'll duck into HRV. We'll go get the moosehide satchel because we got one ready made there. We have moosehide curing at the Quonset, but I think it still has a few days to go. And besides that, it would take 16 hours to craft, and that's time we could just as easily spend slaughtering wildlife. You know, the whole point of the challenge. If we can make the arrows and the cougar is up by the time we get there, then yeah, I think we will divert our attention to the murder kitty. Um, we will not 1v1 it on solid on level ground. That is absolute madness. No. So I'm gonna try to recreate the strat that I used from our from our bow only run we did several months ago now, and like so it spawns in the meadow between the farm and the town. So what I want to do is I want to get up on the rocks by the river where you can see down down onto where the cougar patrols, and we're just gonna loose a couple dozen arrows. Basically, every arrow in our arsenal is going to get called into action. And if by some unfortunate circumstance our aim isn't good enough, well, then that's where the rifle comes into play. And we're really going to make use of that extra range. Although I'd really prefer not to do that because cougar comparatively small and very nimble and easy to miss. And the rifle shots will count against our accuracy bonus. And we've already missed 6 times. I would prefer to keep that under 10, if at all possible. Okay. And yeah, we encounter wolves on the way. We'll deal with them. Bears, we'll see. Moose, I could be persuaded. Because again, we're trying to focus on high value targets. One, obviously, a lot of points, but two, the earlier we kill them, the more chance they have of respawning before the 50 days is up. And I'm almost certain like the wolf, timber wolf, and bear respawn rates are set to very high, like they're maxed out. I think the moose are too, but I don't know that for sure. So again, the earlier we start, the earlier the clock starts ticking. Now here's a thought, because we dealt with the bear that was on the bend, just on the way here. Do we want to take maybe well, no, we don't want to take a shortcut, go through the birch forest. That's out of our way. And again, the cougar timer. Okay, we're gonna try to take an energy-saving goat here. There we go. Okay, got a little scared there. There we go. Yeah, we're not even gonna loot the space capsule. We're just gonna go. Yeah, we're rocking a lot of crackers and a lot of coffee. Well, a lot of some made coffee, and then a lot of tins of coffee from the summit. Oh wait, did I not? I'm carrying those pork and beans, aren't I? I don't need to do that. I mean, yeah, they're cooking XP, but we're good there for now. Just drop. And yeah, as far as setup work goes, once we have like our cougar's worth of arrows and the moose-hide satchel, in terms of prep work, that's pretty much it. And then we spend the last, 30 whatever days of the challenge just killing anything in sight. Well, almost anything. Like we're like ptarmigans, rabbits. Why? Um, yeah, moose, bears, of course. Wolves, sure. Deer? Not unless we have to. Or see if by some chance we need to farm rifle hits for some reason, but I would not expect that. Okay, feather factories. Pry bar, you can keep that. Appreciate you. Okay, let's go. See, what I'm thinking I might do, if you want to expedite the process a little bit, we might, if we can get like a couple early kills, wolves especially, I might just harvest guts and then carry those around with me. Oh, wow, the bear already despawned. Ooh, that means it could have respawned. Maybe. Well, I guess it's a chance? Yeah, maybe it's a percentage chance thing. So let's be wary as we take this bend. But I think what I might do, so if you get as I said, if you get a couple early wolf kills, then what we do is just harvest the guts and carry them around with us because like they're light. They're like 0.1 kilos each, and they give off enough stink to where any local predators will come looking for us, and we don't have to go find them. Now, obviously, if there's a cougar about, we'll have to adjust because I really do not want to engage with them. But wolves, bears, sure. Timbies, depends if we have archery 5. If we have archery 5, we can stay crouched as we hunt them. I don't hate that. But yeah, but then again, can we know in advance if the Timbies are up? Not necessarily. Okay, just checking for feathers. You have no feathers. Well, you're rude. It's about 9:10 a.m. It's a good time for a coffee. There we go. Keep us moving, keep our carry weight up. Because yeah, so far like we've touched what 5 zones? Yeah, DP coastal, PV, Timberwolf Ash. We basically haven't left the eastern chunk of the map. No, that's going to change today, but we still have Mystery Lake, we still have Milton, the Muskeg, HRV, Broken Railroad, and if we're really feeling spicy, Bleak, maybe even Black Rock. I don't know. Well, okay. If we go via Timberwolf Mountain, I could be persuaded to at least poke my head into Black Rock, because if we go that way, it's gonna spit us out near um, it'll spit us out near Bricklayers, and that is a potential moose spawn. Now, if it's not there, do we just turn around? I don't know. It's a long way to go just for a look, and if I'm wrong, or if it's not there, then one, I'm not sure where else moose would. Well, actually, no, I take that back. I think is it what is not Cook's farm, whatever that farm is that's right near that's like closest to the prison. I think the moose can spawn there, but I'm not all that certain. But yeah, if we're, I guess it'll depend. If we're that hard up for potential targets, maybe we poke around there, because the far territory is like right out. It's like the moment you leave Broken Railroad, you go into the branch line. You get like what, one wolf, maybe two. There's nothing in Transfer Pass. Zoc maybe. Sundered, you got like what, one bear, mostly Timbies. And the airfield, I mean, you got two bears, probably a moose, but it's just so big. It's gonna, and plus you get into the far territories. You got those extended blizzards plus glimmer fog. I'm just not convinced it's worth the trip. Because if the respawn rates are what we believe them to be, you should be able to make hay just down here in Lower Great Bear. Okay, yeah, I figured you'd be up again. Let's see, how long until you notice me? I was gonna take that. Yeah, I was gonna take that shot from behind, but I really don't. I do not have it in me to go chasing arrow thieves right now. Oh yeah, what's our? Ooh, 48%. We might need to make a fresh bow. Yeah, I think so. See, where are we archery XP wise? We're getting close to archery 4. Yeah, we've only found the one archery book. Mostly that's been making arrows and shooting things. That's gonna be it's gonna be at least another 6 hours. But again, what's the alternative? Well, the alternative is, well, one, taking that other bow we found at the start. I think that got down to about 60-something%, and then just alternating between the two. And there is, what is it? In HRV, there you can find the woodwright bow. But I'm not 100% sure where that is. I think it's in one of those ponds that's by the river on the near side with the exit. I think it can be at the Moose Lookout. Beyond that, I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know they want to bank on that. Yeah, that's inviting a bit, almost inviting a bit too much RNG into the equation for my tastes. Okay. Oh yeah, how are we for lamp oil? Not great, but we're even worse off for torches. Okay. Well, actually, no, we're fine. Well, we have more waiting for us back at the Quonset, so don't sweat. Because yeah, if we go to HRV, we get the satchel, then we're up to a 45 kilograms carrying capacity. Yeah. That means if we need to, we can carry 2 bows and a bunch of arrows and a rifle and rifle ammo and still be decently mobile. Now, can we also carry pie making materials? That would require, well, water, flour, it's like 1.5 kilograms, oil, and then the filling, be it rose hips or peaches. Probably rose hips. Yeah. We'll see. 'Cause we do have coffee. We have coffee in abundance. We just need to make ourselves thirsty enough to actually be able to drink it. Which, all the plentitude of crackers we have will certainly help, as well as like beef jerky, ketchup, chips, etc. There we go. Chase those crackers with some coffee. And let's get back into coastal and let's get crafting. Hey, Brady B, good to see you. Welcome, welcome. How's your weekend going? Are you able to relax, or is this another one of your working weekends? Okay. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take a little different route. I'm going to cut across this way. We'll stop by the lookout. Maybe there'll be some rifle ammo in there, and we'll keep an eye out for the bear that wanders through the town site. Maybe we can have a pop at that. Because yeah, this was another working weekend for me. It's 2 weeks out of 3, and at a time when I'm trying to put a bow on this presentation that I'm almost certainly freaking out about too much, but you know me. I did work yesterday, but you got to chill today. Okay, good. Are, so if you had to work yesterday, do you get a day off in lieu? Like, do you get a weekday off, or like a day you can take later, or are you subject to 996? which I would hope has not infected Singapore, but oh well. Okay, I hear deer. Yep, there we go. There's a deer clomping around somewhere up here. And we're going to let them clomp. Because deer are only worth 3 points. Eh. Okay, I did just mention rose hips, so sure. Okay. Yeah, we're just going to take a quick peek. I think this is a rifle spawn, but obviously we're good there. Okay, dog food. No, thank you.
This stuff
Nope.
will come in handy.
Nope. 96%? Get that in me. We have, oh, of course we have revolver rounds, because of course we do. Ooh, there we go. That's what I was looking for. Carl Bob and his film. All right, you hold on to that, bud. Is there anything hiding under there? Nope. Okay. Well, we got, might have been the best possible outcome. Very useful, very light. Onward. And oh yeah, it just dawned on me, like in 10 days, I'm going to be on a plane. And in terms of planning, like, I mean, I've done like the base, I've already got like the hotel and the flights locked in. But in terms of like actual planning, like figuring out stuff to do, an itinerary, I have done nothing, which is unusual for me. So I am an inveterate planner, because like if you've watched this stream, you know that. But yeah, it's weird, being that close to a trip and not fucking weird being that close and not at least having a general idea of what we want to do. I'm sure I'll come up with something. Heaven forfend, I just enjoy myself. Imagine. Now we're feeling brave? Apparently not. I don't know why you're spooking. I'm not wearing any animal hide clothing. Come on, just come down to level ground and reset. Just let me kill you. We can both get on with our lives. Yeah, we don't. Thank you. Yeah, I could. I'm passing up shots from distance just because I want to make sure we get headshots so we don't have arrow thieves. We really do not. We're not in a place where we can deal with those. I mean, we can afford to lose an arrow, I suppose. I just really don't wanna. I got plans for all my arrows. They're more of a feline variety, Well, there's the plane crash over there, but loot. What do we need loot-wise, though? In truth, not much. Other than more ammo.
Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
You are not quite what I was looking for, but you'll do. You'll do for now. Hey, Nerdy Tokyo, good to see you. How are things? Oop. Yep, that was a little late on my part. About shot that high. There we go. Yeah, hope you're well, and I know your Phillies are in the playoffs, aren't they? Did I see that correctly? Because I was on Blue Sky, and there was an unusual amount of sports talk happening. They usually Blue Sky is very sports ball. Yeah, there was a lot of baseball talk and college football. Now again, that is probably just like the people I follow, but that was nice to see. Oh, they were. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Okay, bear is up. Mental note. Well, at least you got your Eagles, right? I hope. Okay, looking for bear, listening for bear. Nothing. Okay. Well, let's just get moving. Yeah, it's noon. We got from Mountaineers to Quonset in like less than half a day. That's darn good time. Oh yeah, showing your brother-in-law and his friends around Nakano Broadway. Ooh. Well, I hope they found a lot of good stuff. I think I went there once. I'm sure I bought something, but I was probably not a model customer. We don't talk about them this weekend. Okay, all right. We will just let that slide. Oh, I was going to beat Nas K. Well done. Yeah, that was one of my most vexing boss fights. So I'm glad to hear you got that sorted. And it's very very satisfying when it actually does get sorted. Okay. Where's my peaches? Where's my peaches? There's my peaches. Drop my peaches. Okay. Um, arrow making materials. Oh, ha! And even 200 rose hips. Love it. Oh, that bow's at 43%. Ugh. I might just make a new one. Oh, I don't have any flour. All right, well, maybe if we go looting around here, maybe we'll make that happen. We're about to get the Coliseum in a convenient way. The second trial into the third pale ore. Oh, right. Yeah, there's not really a convenient stag station. Oh, it's already cured. Yeah, but 16 hours.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Oh, stop. Probably not doing that tonight. Just bringing a bit to watch the last bit of a 3D print. Okay, cool. Yeah. Well, yeah, it's a Sunday night. Yeah, absolutely. Take it easy. Oh, I got flour right here, and oil right here. Ooh. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. We can make something of this. But for right now, I just want I want to make the arrows. It's like Sesame Street taught us. Follow the arrows; they'll show you where to go. tools. Yeah, I can make another. Hang on. I think I have one broken one. Yeah, fix that. Yeah, so I can make another 12 plus the 5 I have right here. That's 17, 18, 19 arrows. Is that enough? Do I have any other birch nearby? No. Okay. Well, we're just going to have to deal with it. Ooh. Ooh. No. I said we could bring the fire barrel in here, craft by firelight. No, it's just don't worry about that. Just do what we can do. Hey, archery 4. Now do we get extra? Yeah, so we have faster bleed out time. Oh, good. And less bow use per condition. Yeah, bow less condition loss per bow use. There, I can word. Let's just make what we can. And no Aurora. Okay. So I have 2 crappy bows. We got three more arrow shafts. And 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Is that going to be enough? Well, I suppose we'll find out. You're back? Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, sorry about the ads, but I have them tuned to like the absolute bare minimum. So we can just like give people the maximum amount of ad free time. You know, unless you're living in one of those markets where Twitch just doesn't buy ads. And apparently those do exist. Okay, 18 days. So we basically have 2 days to get to HRV and back, or get to HRV and then to back to Milton. That's assuming they actually spawn though. Well, I never searched that. All right, well, oops. Nope, gosh, dang it. There we go. Remember when everyone got the same ad? Was that a thing? Here, let me split those. I honestly do not know. Huh? I didn't know that was a thing. But yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I guess in the early days.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
But that would have been obviously that would have been quite some time ago. So what would that have been? Oh, they probably would have been like all the like the summer blockbuster or game or like energy drinks or mobile game ads. Oh, it's only 5 hours. Okay. Yeah, let's just do it. Okay. Let's start leaving some stuff behind. Yeah, you know what? I'm not really concerned about cooking anymore. Those are 25 hours each. We're not going to do that. I will leave. No, that's probably fine. No, I'll leave one.
I'd eat snow if the hypothermia wouldn't kill me.
You will do no such thing, Astrid. Please don't be dramatic. Oh yeah, we definitely don't need 3 bows on us. Oh, you mean like a general context of pre-hyper target. Oh right, yeah. So like when you used to have like the in-flight movie on airplanes. You know, pre in-seat entertainment. Although apparently some airlines are ditching that now too. Okay, probably only need one of those. I don't know why I'm carrying these. We are definitely not fishing. I will take some lamp oil. Am I taking a second bow? You know what? Sure. Like how I did add reads instead of recording a rotation. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see that. Okay. Match is fine. Rifle skill books. We're just gonna grind archery XP the old-fashioned way. We got walking around food. I can do with a bit more water, but we can deal with that on the way. This is all fine. We got a cleaning kit. You know what? Forget the thermos. It's dead weight. Okay. It's mid-afternoon. Yeah, go take a big drink. To movie review, there was an ad for a travel from Toronto to Tampa Bay. Oh. Oh, it was down like while you were in Canada. Ah, that would make sense. Okay. Ravine, Mystery Lake, Milton. I mean, like, was it a good deal though? I mean, I say jokingly because, I mean, imagine going from Canada to Florida. Well, no, I mean, I shouldn't say that. There are some Canadians who would very much like to live in Florida. But yeah, that is a very hyper targeted kind of ad. And honestly, I mean, I think was it you? I think yeah. When we were talking about me potentially moving to Tokyo, I mentioned my monthly Patreon bill, and you were kind of taken aback. But it's honestly, a lot of it is just, well, one, supporting creators I want to support, but also avoiding a lot of ads. You can kick someone $2 to $5 a month, and you don't have to listen to how God knows how many reads for you know, this meal kit or Casper mattresses or like a better help. Ugh. As far as I'm concerned, that's money well spent. Oh yeah, on that tip, I don't know if I ever told you this. In the aftermath of that whole thing, I actually got another follow-up email from them asking, so what kind of offer would it have taken for me to say yes? And I don't think I actually responded, and I kind of regret that. I mean, given their initial offer and their improved offer, like they were never gonna like it. I don't think they're ever gonna come to an agreement, but I kind of wanted to tell them. Noticeable when you listen to on the iHeartRadio, they have a ton of ad breaks. We've got like podcasts from Japan. All you get is the house ads for the series. That's not so bad. But we're in the U.S. It's all sports betting. Yeah. Yeah, that's unfortunately everywhere these days. And it's just absolute. No, it's dog shit. It's just it's a pox upon society, and there's no going back because it's another revenue stream. Anyway, hey, concerned Martian, good to see you. Look at this furry is so tripping revealed to be a furry. That's if I was a furry, y'all would know. There would be no mystery. Rest assured. But good to see a concerned Martian. Hope things are going well. Yeah, this got an offer. Oh, yeah, this was, God, I think about almost a year ago. Yeah, I had an offer that at one point would have been a dream job, in Tokyo. And I thought real hard about it. But their opening offer was a 60% pay cut. And I mean, Tokyo's cheaper than Hong Kong. It ain't 60% cheaper. Yeah, that. Okay, yeah, I figured you did. Wait, was it? Oh God, yeah. Time is running together. I mean, was it 20? Maybe it was 2023. Like early 2023, maybe. Because when I went up to Akita Ken, when everything's kind of blending together though. How's the agency doing right now? Things seem not great, but I don't have the inside scoop. But from everything I've heard, it doesn't sound like things have got better. It was well before you left, so let's see. Because I remember, was it? Yeah, because the year I went up to see my professor in Akita, I actually did the second round of interviews from my hotel room in Tokyo. And then it would have been, it was after I came back around May, I think, that the offer actually came through. All right, this is not helpful. But yeah, it was a little bit ago. But yeah, I think they just it was like several weeks after that, the HR person got in touch and said, hey, so what would it have taken? And I didn't respond. I think I didn't have a good answer. Like, I don't know if there was a number they could have waved at me. Cause like it like the Japan discount is real. I would have overlooked a lot. You know, even if they got it down to like a, I don't know, 40% pay cut, 35. But the thing was, like, the way they went about it, like, their quote unquote improved offer, you know, it came with a stipulation that I was not allowed to tell anyone in the organization or outside about it. And I think as I found out, my starting salary would have been higher than like someone who had been there for like 10 years. And that kind of fuckery, I don't know, man. It doesn't sit right with me. Would you have an answer today? Yeah, see, I don't know. Because it's even if they had the money, like the fact they would be like so openly willing to say, hey, we're giving you a secret deal, don't tell anyone about it. Like, if they're willing to, you know, pull those kind of shenanigans with me and I don't even work there yet, like, what else are they up to? Because like where I am now, like there is an established salary structure. Like if you come in at you're at this level, you get this salary and these benefits. They evidently do not have that, or they're willing to work outside of it when they feel like it. I don't know, and I guess yeah, in retrospect, the like the guy in charge there used to be in charge at Newsweek. The people who turned it into God Week, and basically running a lot of like low grade. You know, this side says this side says that kind of opinion type stuff. I just, you know, in hindsight, I see more that made me think, is that such a good idea? But at the time, it was a much more difficult decision. Ooh, thank you. But yeah, honestly, I think I'm not giving up hope. I still hold out hope that one day I'll be able to set up shop in Japan and just stay there. But like the longer I stick and stay here, the more I think, you know, maybe this is it. Maybe this is where we make our stand. And again, not because it's out of any great love for what's happening here. It's just what's happening elsewhere is even worse. And yeah, and then there is also the prospect if I am what 1 year and 7 months away from qualifying for permanent residency. Again, not something I set out to get while I was here, but boy, when I see the shit that's happening back at home, a backup option does sound pretty nice. I know that is a very privileged thing to say, and I totally admit that. But I mean, if I have the option, why would I not take it? Because like, you know, as far as I mean, Maybe there's an application fee. There's probably an application fee. But that's about it. And the nice thing is, unlike Singapore, it's not subjective. Like if you're here for 7 years and you file the paperwork, and I guess you're not seen as like an imminent threat to national security, you're in. Like you don't. There's no real fuzzy criteria. You don't have to show how you have contributed to the community. You want in, you do your time, you're in. Now, is that better than what Singapore does? Hard to say. I mean, it actually, if you want people to demonstrate, they have some stake in the country, the community. I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it is. It does feel like it's just a way to, excuse me, just to say no to more people. Last Singapore, yeah. But again, it's yeah, and then there's and no one, like if you're trying to get settled, if you're a foreigner getting settled anywhere, it's not particularly easy. Like Singapore is throwing up all kinds of barriers, and even here, we're supposed to be all gung ho about opening the gates and welcoming our brothers and sisters from the mainland, and we're still getting lots of pushback.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
People are not thrilled. I don't know about that. Apparently way fewer PR applications getting approved this past year. Yeah. I wonder, because I know that there was that whole thing. Well, one, obviously there was the whole San Seto phenomenon, and then what was it, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs had the whole hometown thing, like the thing with the African nations, and some online racists got worried that we're selling out Japanese towns and they're going to be full of Africans. Blah, blah. And then apparently that kicked up enough of a stink to where they they paused the program, might even just end it altogether. Yeah, no one's really safe. The brainworms know no borders. How about that? Oh, come on, let me up. Thank you. Nope. That's recent, but there's more previous fiscal year reporting. Oh, okay. Lovely. Or like mandatory reporting, like if you change jobs, you're supposed to inform immigration. And like were they? Now is that a real problem, or is that just another way to mollify people who are convinced foreigners are? Yeah, like they're convinced foreigners are gaming the system and getting special privileges and eating all the rice and doing all the crimes. No. Hey, Andrea, welcome in. I hope you are hope you're doing okay and you're less stressed than when last we heard from you. See, it's just about sundown, and we're about to enter Mystery Lake. We might rock up at Trapper's. I'm not sure. Do I need all this birch bark? Almost certainly no. But they're just enforcing it more. Okay. But they only need to double the amount of staff because Application now 18 to 20 months. Ooh. Used to be 9 to 12. Yeah, that's not great. Like the poor people at the Shinagawa immigration office are probably being run even more ragged than usual. Okay, there's the rope if we want to go to the basin, but we really don't. Now remind me, you have PR, right? I think I remember you saying that on social media. So if you do this, so is that it? Are you set, or is there still more paperwork you gotta do? And if you don't want to get into the nitty gritty about that too, that's totally fine. — 17 Birch Bark. Okay, we might leave some of that behind, or turn it into tea. Who knows? I must have. Never know when you're gonna need more birch. Yeah, during the pandemic. All right, right. Okay, yeah, I remember that. It took 6 months. Ooh. Calling applied in 2020. It took 4. Man. Man, there are probably some people who are looking at that and saying, "Man, lucky," or not. Maybe not. Well, you're not lucky. That's just the way the timing worked out. Now, how long does PR take in Japan? So I'm trying to remember some of there was some discussion around it. So I remember how was there's some footballers I was talking, and I was trying to remember, and there was was it Juninho? Guy who played for Kyoto Sanga, tried to naturalize, and he spoke no Japanese, so that didn't work very well. Yeah, I'm gonna look for the moose here real quick, like. Yes, hello, Bok Box. No moose. Okay, we'll check by camp office. If you're married to a national and have a kid, as little as 5. Oh, wow. If you're just working, 10. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I would, and I would very much be on the 10-year track. Feathers, feathers. There we go. All the other cards have to be updated. All right, yeah, taxes, social insurance, good salary, steady job. You can't have a late health insurance payment in the previous 2 years. Like, so, is there any way you can have that, like, just like auto pay out of your bank account, or do you have to go to 7-Eleven or wherever and make sure and just pay at the cashier every month? So I remember that it was not fun times. Okay, Scooter's having some dinner. We'll let him do that. You can't? Okay, good. But some people don't. Yeah. I mean, I certainly would if I could set it up. just because that's one less thing I have to remember. But then again, I had Shinsei Bank, and they were very very bare bones. At least when it came to Gaijin bank accounts. But then again, the man, Japanese healthcare, they just like show up, pay, leave. Like I didn't have a lot of run-ins with Japanese Japanese healthcare system, but it's pretty good. I wouldn't mind that. Hey, Wabajang, good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Let me give Waba a proper welcome here. Hope you're doing well, having a good weekend. Tournament is going. I think it's going well. I don't have much of a basis for comparison.
Oh, wait, what? Nope, that wasn't what I wanted. Take the mask off, bastard. I want you to put a fire, lady.
You know, Astra's just flexing. Yeah, tournament's going actually pretty well. We actually went wild with some with moose killing yesterday. I think we were like, was it at the start we were like 45 wolf kills, 5 bears, 5 moose. Mainland China. I have not sampled Taiwan healthcare, so I can't say there. Yep. My experience with mainland China healthcare. The more you can pay, the better it is.
I could eat a horse. That's saying a lot because I love horses.
Because they're I mean, in terms like if you like, there's good care to be had, but you gotta there's kind of a free for all. No. Like you gotta fight to be seen by your doc. Like I mean, like I don't mean that metaphorically. I'm like you have to elbow people out of the way to get to be seen, and like yeah, it's not the socialist paradise certain people online would have you believe. I know, shocking, but it's not bad, but it's not great either. But you know that my memory is that like you don't have like like same kind of health insurance regime. You know, like you don't have copays, or a lot of the American nonsense isn't there. Not surprisingly, but yeah, it's if I had to pick, I would always kind of prefer Hong Kong to the mainland. Like you have public health care here. It is jam packed. A lot of the I would say like the hospitals are jam packed a lot of the time because you have a lot of the elderly people who just anything goes wrong, they go to the hospital. I mean, it's not great if you're there in an emergency, but I mean at the same time, I can understand. Like, there's expensive and there's good ones. There's still a safety. There is well, I mean, there's kind of a safety net, but again, not the kind that people would think in a stereotypically communist country. I mean, it exists, but you know, as much in name as in actuality. Real quick, okay. 1, 2, 3 birch. 1, 2 maple. Okay. Or MP. 3 birch, 2 maple. All right, we're just gonna do a very quick run through here. Any easy noms. Hong Kong is there is a there is public health care. It does exist. And like most public health care, it covers the basics. But if you want any kind of specialist stuff, anything high end or like higher end, or if you want to be seen quickly, you're probably going private. Not that you need to. It's just generally it's that's
I think I can use this.
kind of generally what you have to do. It's not bad, not by any stretch of the imagination. Water-wise, okay, we're probably all right. But yeah, I would take Japan healthcare top, um, Hong Kong healthcare, then all the other like the other I've dealt with mainland, UAE, Indonesia. I didn't have a lot of experience with the Singapore healthcare system, so I can't compare that. And then we rank the American healthcare. Yes. Hello, Bun Buns. Now, and I should also say, I will caveat my stance there in that I, and this is going to make me sound ridiculous, I do just try to avoid seeking healthcare in general. And again, this is probably a learned response, from years of dealing with American healthcare and the American healthcare system. Like when I was in Oregon, like it was like early December, and I think I got started to come down with bronchitis, which I used to do on like an annual basis. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm having a lot of trouble. I have a lot of trouble breathing. Let me see if I can go see a doctor. So I went to the hospital, and they said, ooh, we're kind of booked solid. Can you come back after New Year's?
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
I'm like, oh sure. Let me just not breathe for the next 3 weeks, and then I'll check back with you. So I ended up going to a one of those urgent care clinics, and the had the doctor there say, "Why are you so fat?" And give me grief for that. So apparently that was the cause of my bronchitis. And then got sent home with antibiotics. And then when I ended up paying in full, filed the insurance paperwork. The insurance said, "Sorry, they're not in network. You have to pay the whole thing." And yeah. What? Oh yeah, Andrew, right? That's a regular thing. If you're any kind of overweight, the doctor will just hone in on that, and then that's obviously the cause of your problems. If you're having breathing issues or mobility issues, the prescription is Yeah, well, maybe we'll give you some drugs. You'll lose some weight, fatty. I got that in Nebraska. I got that in Oregon. I got that in Hawaii. Although, in fairness, I got that in Beijing, too. So yeah, that might be another reason why I'm a little bit I'm not eager to have regular dealings with the healthcare system. I think we got a ton of means testing. And such if you're a citizen. So in some ways you're gonna have to go. I was gonna have, get treated, but it doesn't mean you're not gonna struggle. People get treated at basically end of life. They decided to default because they know they're passing anyway. If anything's done fast, being not done by junior doctors, you gotta go private, which is near unattainable without insurance. Yeah, that sounds very familiar. Like what little I did in Singapore was through the university hospital, which I had access to, being a student and all. But that probably helped that. No, it's totally fine, Brady B. Yeah, I was saying I didn't have a lot of experience with the Singapore system, so I'm glad you could step in and fill that. And yeah, it sucks, but I'm kind of used to it at this point. I shouldn't be, but I am. Okay. Uh, a quarter energy. Maybe we push into the climbing area. No. Yes. Eh. Um. Oh, maybe. Another rifle book. Maybe we could get to rifle 5.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Maybe without firing another shot, given all the books we have. But again, that's the more time we spend reading, is less time we spend, killing. All right, that's about 48-ish. 49. That was about 20 or so. So 49, 18. There we go. Nope. Ooh. You have my attention. Okay, first things first. We had tomato soup for breakfast, and we're going to have tomato soup for dinner. All right, that's not bad. Yeah, we're not going to be able to climb. So maybe we stay the night here. Yeah, we got a whole kilogram worth of birch bark. I could just process those up. Because yeah, we are going to need to climb. Okay, yeah. All right, yeah. We'll make the rest of the trip on the morrow. So go. Yeah, can't repair. Too dark. Very nice. Okay, yeah, we'll touch this up real quick. Actually, we'll only do it once. There we go. So we can sharpen the knife a touch. We did some whittling with that. I'm gonna bring that back up. Okay, that'll do. Okay, sleep for 8, and then we go.